Now that we know about price elasticity of demand, which measures the responsiveness of the buyers with respect to price change, we can talk about other kind of elasticities of demand. The one that we are going to talk to you today is called the income elasticity of demand. So as the title suggests, so in this measure, we'll be measuring how sensitive the buyers are to changes in income. The definition of income elasticity of demand is as follows: percentage change in quantity demanded due to 1% change in income. So like in chapter 2, I'm using letter Y to describe income. So once we have this definition, the formula for measuring income elasticity of demand is straightforward. So let's use epsilon to describe elasticity of demand like before, but I'm going to put a subscript of Y to emphasize that this is with respect to income this time. So it will be percentage change in quantity demanded over percentage change in income. So if you compare this formula to the one that we used for price elasticity of demand, the only difference is now we have income here, so Y instead of P, the price. Okay, so in the same way like we did for price elasticity of demand, we can express this simple basic formula in terms of differentiation. So the differentiation based formula will have differentiation of quantity demanded with respect to income multiplied by income over quantity demanded. Okay, I'm going to show you an example where we will be applying this differentiation based formula. Okay, so let me take you to the next slide. So here is our example. I'm going to utilize the demand equation that we saw in chapter 2 for the avocado market. So Q equal to 104 minus 40P plus 20 PT plus 0.1 Y. Suppose we are told that the price of avocados are currently at $1, price of tomatoes are at 80 cents a pound, and the income of the consumers are at $4,000. Okay, so we want to measure the income elasticity of demand using the differentiation based formula. So differentiation of quantity demanded with respect to income multiplied by income over quantity demanded. So this first part, the differentiation of the quantity demanded with respect to income, this will be given by differentiating this demand function with respect to income. So we'll treat the income variable, the Y variable, as the variable of interest, and we're going to treat P and PT as constant. So as a result, when you differentiate this whole thing with respect to Y, so you'll get just 0.1 as the solution, right? So this is equal to 0.1. Okay, then this Y, we are told that is equal to 4,000, and QD can be calculated by substituting the price of avocados, the price of tomatoes, and the income into this equation. So this will be 104 minus 40 times 1 plus 20 times 0.8 plus 0.1 times 4,000. So if you take a calculator and figure out the value of this whole thing, it will be, if I'm not mistaken, 120. So taking everything together, so the first term is 0.1 multiplied by income of 4,000 divided by the quantity demanded of 120. Now, if you calculate the value of this whole thing using a calculator, it should give you 3.33. Okay, so let's think about an interpretation of this number that we got, 3.33. Okay, like we did for price elasticity of demand, right? We can interpret income elasticity of demand, right, in the same way. So in this case, we can say that when the income of the consumers go up by 1% from this income of $4,000, the demand for avocados will go up by 3.33%. Okay. Okay, so now we are done with our discussion of elasticities on the demand side. We'll now switch to the supply side, and we'll start out with our discussion on price elasticity of supply. Okay, so to find out how the sellers are sensitive to changes in the price of the product, we rely on the measure of price elasticity of supply. So that's the thing that we're going to talk about next.